People, Shadow Lee here, and bring you another video rant. And what other subject to rant about than Square Enix and their epic failure this generation? Now, I was a supporter of Square Enix. I love Square Enix. In early, I guess, 2000s. I used to, when I went to GameStop, I used to always say to myself, in Square Enix, or Squaresoft, or whatever, but in Square Enix, you trust. But now, I can no longer go by that saying. You see, the bullshit that Square Enix has done so far this year, or this generation, has just been abysmal. It's been crap. Final Fantasy 13's epic failure, but it didn't technically fail because it made a shitload of money, so it didn't technically fail. But among the fans, we know the truth. We know Final Fantasy 13 was crap. And the epic failure, just god-awfulness of Final Fantasy 14. Thank God I'm not a PC gamer because I didn't waste my time with that crap. And, a personal, just a side gripe is Kingdom Hearts. I'm getting tired of all these freaking spin-offs and remakes. Final Mix, 300 and something days. Birth by Sleep. Actually, Birth by Sleep was a good game. Forget that. But still, where is Kingdom Hearts 3? That's my gripe. I want to see Kingdom Hearts 3 already. I'll get to that later. But let's talk about Final Fantasy 13. I had a lot of hype for Final Fantasy 13. When 2009, I was going through a RPG problem. All RPGs were being cliche. They were all pretty much, just going downhill. Nobody liked the JRPG. I thought, maybe some other people thought, that Final Fantasy 13 was going to save the genre. No. I was so wrong. All it did was try to get itself into the current generation with appealing to Westerners, which it shouldn't have done. And that's what made it bad. That's what made it really bad. At a certain point in 2010, when did Final Fantasy 13 come? It came out in March, and I was doing I was making a list of Game of the Year stuff and RPG of the Year. And as I was doing it, and I actually completed it, Final Fantasy 13 was nowhere on the list. I sat there, and I honestly made a list of RPGs I played in 2010, and I forgot to add Final Fantasy 13. That's just horrible. Now, is that a problem for me? Or is that a problem for Final Fantasy? Final Fantasy should have been the first thing that popped into my head. Come on, seriously. It's Final Fantasy. It should have been the first thing. It wasn't memorable. None of it was memorable. I forgot I played the game. I sat there, and right after, it had to be 5 minutes after I made the list, I said, wait a minute, what about Final Fantasy 13? Did I play Final Fantasy 13? Yes, I did! It was horrible. It was made for Western audiences. Its linearity, the amount of save points was just ridiculous. What is with all these save points? It was one time I was playing with Vanilla and the black guy with the afro, whatever. I was playing with them, and I'm like, I just did a battle. It was a minor battle. It wasn't even a major battle. And I'm saying, there's a save point right after this one. I just got a save point before. Why is there so many save points in this game? And then the paradigm shifts again with Vanilla and the black guy. When we got to the fake when we got to the carnival level or whatever, and I was like, wait a minute, let me set my paradigms before I move that. Now I'm like, diversity is there, some others. I'm like, wait a minute, this paradigm looks pretty good. And then I face some enemies. Now I face the whatever the summon spirit Esper or whatever the summon spirit is called. I was fine. I didn't need to change the paradigm because the paradigm was already made for me. The game was premeditated, so you didn't have to do anything. There's also no freedom in leveling up. You just go. You just follow the skill tree. Now, granted, skill trees aren't really really free, because in Final Fantasy X they had a skill tree set up, but it wasn't really free because if you went off and got other skills and spells, you weren't gonna be prepared for the boss fights. I learned that the hard way, and I had to start over. I know that time. That really pissed me off. But still, why do a skill tree when it's not really... There's no real freedom in it until chapter 11? Or no, pretty much post-game. There's no freedom in the skill tree until post-game, where you can make your own characters, Commando and, you know, whatever, Ravager or whatever. The game wasn't made with the JRPG player in mind. It was made for the Western player in mind. And I'm one of the people that think Final Fantasy 13 was held back because it's 360. I think Final Fantasy was ruined. Final Fantasy 13 was ruined by the Xbox 360. That's just my thing. So now I want to move on. Let's move on to Final Fantasy 14. I went to my friend's house to play Final Fantasy 14. And I couldn't believe the amount of load times, the amount of just glitches was just going on. He was just so pissed off. He wanted to take the game back. He still has it. He's still playing it, I guess. But now the subscription has come up. Now you don't have to pay for it. He said, I don't think you have to pay for it anymore. It was like 3 months it was free. And then Square Enix released a statement saying, we're sorry for the crappy condition Final Fantasy 14 was in. Their stock has plummeted because of Final Fantasy 14. It's horrible. They indefinitely delayed the PS3 version because the PC version was such crap. I don't know what's going on, Square Enix. Maybe you've been on top for so long you forgot what it's like to actually do some goddamn work. You know, maybe you're just living the life, you know, living it up, and you forgot what it takes to make a great game. It's horrible, man. And Kingdom Hearts. I loved Kingdom Hearts. When the first one came out, I adored it. I played it so many times. Kingdom Hearts 2 came out, I was just overjoyed. I played it. Then after Kingdom Hearts 2, I was waiting for Kingdom Hearts 3. But then we got these spin-offs. And just these long waits. Now there's a new one coming out. It's called Recoded. What the hell is that? It's about a digital world and digital swords going. I don't care. What the hell is Kingdom Hearts 3? Now, Birth by Sleep was a good game. I can't lie. You know, when I saw all these crappy remakes of Kingdom Hearts and spin-off titles coming of Kingdom Hearts, I said, you know what? I'm avoiding all Kingdom Hearts games until I see a 3 at the end of the title. But then I saw Birth by Sleep, and it seems to be an actual genuinely good Kingdom Hearts thing. So I played it. That is probably one of the best RPGs I played this generation. It's really a good game. You know, it gets kind of repetitive. After the first playthrough was fine, second playthrough was alright, by the third playthrough it was just like, I don't give a damn anymore. I just want to complete the game. But now Recoded, but it's crap. Why can't we just have Kingdom Hearts 3 already? I'm not playing Recoded. I'm staying away from all Kingdom Hearts. I don't care how good they look. Until I see a 3 at the end of the title, I'm staying away from Kingdom Hearts games. That's it. You've been cut off, Kingdom Hearts. Even the fans are starting to admit it. Even the fanboys, you know, the hardcore fanboys, they're starting to admit that they're getting a little bit tired of this crap. But you know, once they have Kingdom Hearts 3, it probably won't even begin to live up to expectations. Because you know a lot of hype is going to be for Kingdom Hearts 3, and it's probably going to end up failing. I hope it's going to be. I'll get it. But Square Enix has just been doing so badly. That's pretty much it for this video. Square Enix, what's happened to you? You've disappointed me so badly. You disappointed your many fans. They lost faith in you, Square Enix. What are you gonna do?